1 minute on the clock, now outside and in between two walls, consciously thinking how I use senses to navigate. It begins as a million synapses fire light signals that are brought from my retina to the sensory parts of my brain. And somewhere deep down in my body, I feel a primal urge towards the light, somehow hoping it will take me out of this alleyway. Using the sounds of cars, trucks, and footsteps, I navigate towards a door as I hear them behind, releasing me into a train. A train of people, as bundled up as me in shoes and clothing. The winter dulls a lot, but not everything. I notice the slushy snow, soft from being treaded on by many people before me. I find my way onto a main street. As I trudge on, I near another major landmark, a major intersection, Dundas and Spadina. I'm given clues to this, even without signs. The influx of traffic lights, people, cars, and traffic congestion tingle all my senses. Visually, I'm next to the tallest building in the local area as it towers over. The scent of old people, hair products, and perfume fill my nose, not to mention the much frequented lamb skewers. 4 minutes in, as I move towards the next phase of my journey, I notice a small city within a city, a clear navigational marking known as Chinatown, or at least a small portion of it. I take notice of the extruding banners flashing bright colors as it strikes a resemblance from my hometown. Chinese characters printed everywhere with its English counterparts expressing stores, restaurants, amongst the many more. The name Chinatown is deceiving, for people chatter and indulge in foreign languages and cultures in this area, some that I can't even identify. Music is played, filling my eardrums for a brief time, attempting to capture attention from passerbys. This is a dynamic part of the journey, changing atmospherically and culturally, showing my progress towards my destination. Impossible to miss if any geological knowledge of Toronto is known. A key guide on my trek. 8 minutes in and traffic on the sidewalk is slow to shuffling as old ladies go about their business at the Lucky Moose, taking their time. The smells of fresh and ripening fruits are exposed in the air, the grocer keeping a watchful eye, sitting in his chair. The Italian consulate opposite the street with its dull wall acts like a ruler guiding me towards Beverly Street. Nothing interesting here, it says. When all of a sudden, the profile of the street changes and it becomes intriguing. I've reached another zone, the last one before the end. A glass facade seemingly floating away from the walls of a building adds imaginative and architectural interest. I am now in the creative zone of my journey. The AGO surrounding me as I duck under futilely, hoping it would help stop the cold. Across from me, a series of institutions expressing forms of imagination as art galleries. Reasonably, I deduced that a school of imagination would be in such an area. Again, instincts push me along to turn a corner as the cover of the AGO gives way to the sky. Here the buildings are set back, a large space on the sidewalks in comparison to before, inviting me to turn into it. Henry Moore aids in this, welcoming with his intriguing forms. And finally, at 11 minutes of my journey, I reach OCAD University, merely by following my major senses. So now here I am, in this room, describing my journey here, how each visual, aromatic, and sensory images could lead to assumption and navigation of location. A successful variety of wayfinding methods, I would say. Thank you for listening.